Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I got a request a couple days ago to do the perfect palette tag, and I thought, oh boy, that looks like fun. I'm gonna do it. And then I read the questions and I was like, this is gonna be hard, because I'm kind of indecisive and I have a lot of palettes to go through. So from what I understand, the idea is that I'm not supposed to really, just like hold up the same palette for half the questions. So I'm just saying this with the caveat that my opinions on all this may change tomorrow. This was much harder than I was gonna, thought it would be, than I thought it would be. So if you disagree with any or all of my picks, that is totally cool. Frankly, I'm doing this today because it's election day and the United States of America is just going down the tubes. No matter what the result is, I'm not gonna like it. So let's distract ourselves with makeup. The first question is, what is your favorite packaging? And this one was pretty easy. The Kat Von D palettes. Just because, look at this. It's inspirational. She did all of the lettering for her own palettes. Shade and light face, shade and light eye. It's just very unique. There's nothing super unique about the cardboard compact, but I do also like that the shades are on the back. So when you're using this, you know what you're using, which is really nice. So today's pick for best packaging is Kat Von D. She wins. Next up is best color payoff. And some of these palettes, by the way, I haven't even reviewed on the channel yet. Remember when I said I had a backlog? I have a backlog. And this is one of them. Best color payoff. Bam! BH Cosmetics, the Foil Eyes palette. This is pretty incredible, you guys. Look at the colors. Look at them. You get 28 shadows in here, and they are all super pigmented, super metallic, and we have this little duochrome right here, which is amazing. I'm going to do a full review on this palette, but these are wet, dry shadows, so you can apply them dry. I'm actually wearing one of them dry right now, or you can apply them wet for like super foil effect. They're buttery, they're soft, the color payoff is amazing, they don't crease, they last all day. There will be a review forthcoming on this palette because it's awesome. Now this is where we start getting into some controversy here, because tomorrow I could pick a different palette for this one. This is the most versatile palette. My pick today, Election Day 2016, is the BH Forever Nude palette. And here's why. It's because it has almost everything in it that you need to do your whole face. So you have blushes, you have a matte highlighter, which is unusual, you have 2 lipsticks or lip creams, and you have 6 eyeshadows. You could also use the darker eyeshadows as eyeliners. So they're very, very versatile. You could really use this to create a variety of looks. And I also wanted to pick this for best for travel, but I didn't because I have another one. So let's jump right to that one. My pick for best for travel is bam, the NYX Love Contours All palette. This is the palette that has taken almost 3 weeks to ship. There will be a video about that, but check this baby out. You have 2 brow powders, a highlighter, a contour, you have a luminizing blush and a matte blush, and you have 9 eyeshadows. So therefore, with the dark shadows, there's 2 or 3 of them you could use as eyeliners. This is really a face in a case. You just need mascara and whatever kind of, base concoction you're using. But NYX Love Contours All, and both of these have that really hard clamshell packaging with a snap latch, so they're not going to fly open in your suitcase or your carry-on luggage. Biggest regret. This little booger right here. This is the e.l.f. Little Black Beauty Book, the warm edition. I think I mentioned this in a video a while ago. It looks really pretty and it was only $10, but it's pretty chalky and powdery. There's a lot of very similar shades in here. Like, do we really need all of these taupey shades? No, we don't. We don't. I would have preferred bigger pans, fewer shades. It's not a total dog. It's just like half of a dog. But it's the back end of the dog. Best names. This was easy. The Bomb, the Luminizers, right? The Mary Luminizer, Cindy Luminizer, Betty Luminizer. Come on, it's cute. The Bomb, they do this with a lot of their palettes where they have these really fun, funky names. And this is the only palette I have from them right now. It's, highlighter, blush, bronzer. They're all super shimmery, buttery, blendable. And it's cute, sassy, fun packaging. This one is easy. This is the least used, and it is the Ulta palette that I got in my free gift with purchase in like August or July. I think it was August. It's not a total dog. It's just, I'm holding it upside down so that I don't blind you guys. So you have the luminizer here, which is really pretty. It's like their yellow diamond luminizer. You can't see it, but it's, you know, it's a really good basic luminizer. I like the blush. It's terracotta, my favorite blush shade. But then we get to the eyeshadows, and frankly, I just don't use a lot of these colors. To you in the viewfinder, these look a little bit more different than they are. In reality, the brown shades, they're all really similar. So I kind of almost feel like, did they just take random old brown eyeshadow pans that they wanted to get rid of and like threw them in the palette, and they were like, we'll give it to them as a gift with purchase. Thanks. Most used. Now I know I said I wasn't going to use palettes more than once, but I lied. I have to. The Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. You guys know this. Hopefully you love it. It is, I mean, this could have won most versatile tag too. It really could have. Just amazing, basic eye contouring shades. You know I love when I do a powder contour. I use Lazarus right here. This is an amazing buy, in my opinion, much more useful than the Urban Decay Naked palette. Now for my most loved palette, this was easy, and I may be breaking the rules, if there are rules, by not using English. Now for my most loved palette, I don't know if I'm breaking the rules here or not, because this isn't like an eyeshadow palette, it's a highlighter palette, but hey, it's my channel, I'm doing it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. Why am I out of focus? I don't know. That was disturbing. The Moonchild Glow Kit. This thing, especially for us pale people, is like the holy grail because it's so funky. There's only one color in here, the pink heart, that is in any way a normal highlighting color. Other than that, we've got blue, we've got green, we've got silver, we've got purple glitter. It's amazing. You need this palette in your life. Best $40 ever spent, and it'll last you forever because it's highlight and these are super pigmented. Get it. You'll love it. My Desert Island palette. Now I'm assuming this is if I was stranded on a desert island and I was still caring about makeup, I would want to have this palette and this palette only. Which one would it be? Do you want to guess? Go ahead and guess. It's the one that I lose my mind over every time I talk about it. Bam! Carly Bible. If I had to have one, it would be this. Because to me, it's a perfect palette. It literally is perfect. These highlighters, amazing. These eyeshadows, amazing. And you could also use, you know, I'm going to use this or this as a blush. I have used this as a bronzer once or twice. It's super shimmery, so I have to use like a single speck of it, but it does work. And just the rest of these colors are amazing. They're super flattering. You get a range of mattes and metallics and shimmers. Unbelievable. I would seriously recommend this palette to anybody. Any skin tone, any age. I love it. Desert Island, it's my jam. Now, I've added 2 more tags. There's supposed to be 10 questions, but I'm doing 12 because I feel like it. So, next, the Dark Horse tag. This is what the most surprising, awesome palette, right? Like, I thought it was going to be maybe like, and I loved it. These guys, Wet n Wild, the 2 Color Icon 8-pan palettes. There is a third one, but I don't have it. But this is a Petal Pusher over here, which is purples. And then we have Comfort Zone, which is earth tones and greens, and it has that delicious duochrome. Oh, I could make a whole video about that one pan of color. Look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. Amazing. $3.99 I think I paid for each one of these. Definite Dark Horse champions. It would help if I showed you. Look at the back. Look at the back. Yay, they have backs too. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. There's also one that's like all kind of bright primary colors. I didn't buy that one. I would never wear it, but for like $4.99, I mean, how could you not? Amazing. And finally, the Impractical tag. So these are, and I had to pick 2. When I show them, you'll understand why. These are the palettes that maybe you love, and you love to look at them, and you love to play with them, but they're kind of hard to make work on a day-to-day basis. So number 1 is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Now, just for the record, it comes with a brush. It's in my brush bin, okay? Holding it upside down, again, for the sake of your eyes. As you can see, these are all their like crazy bright neon colors. There are just some amazing shades in here, but they're definitely not shades that you would wear every day. But this purple, where is it? Urban, this purple right here, probably the best purple shadow on the market. For real. It's just, oh, the pigmentation is unbelievable. You know, they're blendable, they're buildable, they last all day, they don't crease, they do all the things you want a shadow to do, and none of the things you don't want a shadow to do. And my second palette for the impractical tag is the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. This is a palette of 8 glittery eyeshadows, and when I say glittery, I mean there's glitter with a little bit of shadow thrown in there. I mean, just look at these mofos. It's crazy. Absolutely awesome. I'm thinking New Year's Eve party. I'm thinking Christmas party. I'm thinking Thanksgiving after my third eggnog kind of eyeshadows. They're not practical at all. You're not going to wear these every day, probably, but they're awesome to have in your collection. I don't think there's anything else like them, and I'm totally stoked to be able to use this more as we get into, you know, fall and winter, and heavier makeup looks are kind of more the norm. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this palette tag. I also have a bunch of new reviews and stuff coming out. I got tagged to do the blush tag, so I've got to go research those questions. More indecisiveness incoming. In the meantime, thank you for subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would be, so click the button there, or you can punch me in the face up here once the end card starts playing. And I hope you guys are having a great day, night, tea time, snack time, whatever, and I will see you guys real soon in my next video. Bye!